Hello. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Patrick. Hello, Elenita.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. How's it going, both of you?
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, perfect. Had some difficulties with the connection.
No problem.
So I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
Hello. How are you?
Grateful, amazing, excited on this beautiful
I'm
chilly
going to
Sunday
put my
morning.
sound on. So I cannot hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, there were a lot more people that are gonna might come, so we'll just get started. But I got it recording too, so if anybody wants to watch back, I think this is gonna be a great way to kind of just create an introductory call. I would love first before we get started is for you both to share a little bit about yourselves. I think it would be really valuable for each other and for anyone else that comes on later, if that's okay with both of you.
Yes, for me it's okay.
Amazing. Would you like to go first, Patrick, or shall we say ladies first?
I would say ladies first, but of course I
Amazing.
will start if you don't want.
Elenita, would you like to start?
Sure. Well, my name is Elenita and I live in Belgium. I am Dutch, but I live in Belgium. And I went to UPW in Keulen in September. So that's when I joined the Lighthouse group. Something more. Well, I have 4 children, and I'm currently in a career switch change because I want to focus on training. No, how do you say in English? Guide dialogues, conversation in groups, and train people how to listen in a different way and ask different questions, so they get further together. And I like reading a lot, so that's why I wanted to join the book club.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. So okay, then I will continue. Yeah, my name is Patrick. I'm from Germany, and I also attended in UPW in Cologne in September. And I was starting to dealing with self-development and personal growing in about, I think, around 2016, 2017. I started late, I would say. I'm 42 already. And yeah,
Young,
but sometimes you need what?
young. We're so young.
Thank you. Um, yeah, but yeah, I had a situation in my life that was really difficult, and sometimes you need this push, yeah, to deal with topics and to change something in your life, and I needed this. So yeah, I started to read books of John Strzelecki. I think you know them. You know him. He wrote the Why Cafe and Big Five for Life and stuff like this, and I also attended in his seminars. And this is when I started to deal with these topics and realize, okay, there's much more than just having fun, meeting with friends, working, parties, and yeah, stuff like this. And I realized I want to create something. I want to do more. And at the moment, I'm working as a department manager at DHL here in Germany. And Originally, I'm a studied pharmacist, so it's a little bit changing. I changed already the industries, and I also am studying personal development next to my job. So what I want to do in the future and what I already had the chance to do in other company is to develop developing leaders, because I also had a lot of bosses and leaders, and there are some good ones, but there are also a lot who don't know how to lead people, how to deal with them, how to talk with them. And I said to myself, I want to help, because I also on my own needed to learn everything. So when I first got some people to lead, I had no idea how to talk with colleagues, how to develop them, how do you make a plan. And yeah, so I learned myself by doing myself. I learned a lot by doing. So yeah, and WPW, UPW this way in September was really, really, how to say, life changing for me. Like everyone else, I think would say, because I realized this topic NLP is helping a lot also with personal topics. And so, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I also joined the book club, because I also like to read. And I had not a chance to being active in the group since September, because I had some issues. I need to go for surgery. And so now I want to start again and join everyone, help when I can help, and learn a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm really grateful. It's amazing to hear both of you. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Anita already, and nice to meet you, Patrick. I'm very grateful to get to know you even more now. So I'm really excited because I think, Tony talks about this talent code. He refers to this book multiple times. I've listened. And then this last time in New York, he actually really emphasized it with total specificity. And at least for me, my hearing, I was able to hear something really specific that really resonated with me. And I thought immediately when it came on and came through him that, this is something that I think a lot of people can benefit from. So this will be fun. I really I've already read probably about half of it. I've read and listened to it, so I've done kind of double because I really when I study something alongside, and Tony has always kind of, left clues for me, and a lot of the things in his work that I've done, I kind of apply it in this same capacity for myself. So I thought, because I go so deep into the work of Tony's work, and also the clues that he's left behind for the past 6 years for me, and he does it for all of us, I just really go deep. I figured, hey, why not pass on this type of ways that I learn, and share ways that I apply, because I've always applied a lot of the work. So I figured, hey, let's although I've never ran a book club before, I figured it would be easy for me because I just am a lifelong curious student. And you know, if I do something that you feel, hello, that looks really good. if if I do anything that you guys feel I can do better, please always feel free to take part. This is a co-elevation community where we work together to really bring the best forward. So I'm always learning, I'm always a student, and I always want to contribute our best. And I think that when we can really open up that place of, hey, what can I do better? Or how can I serve you? Or how can I contribute? and we start asking those questions in a community or in a book club or in any environment or in any leadership role or in any situation, then we all help each other and it becomes super playful and innocent. So that's kind of my intent of wanting to do this. And with regards to the book, specifically the talent code, I was thinking, that because next week is Date with Destiny, so I'll be fully immersed in the work. I was thinking that we would start our official call, meaning kind of like go over the first maybe couple chapters and really study them and discuss them in 2 weeks. So that would give us kind of 2 weeks to, really immerse ourselves in the first couple chapters, get curious about some of the things that are being said. And that's kind of the way that I approach things. I know that you are both big readers. So maybe you guys have any other insights that you want to add to that. I'd be totally open to figure out a better way if you guys feel there's a better way. And then in each call, I was thinking each person can kind of lead it. We can exchange and a different person can lead every call with different chapters. And as a result, we could have an open discussion about it, really going into the kind of different questions. Any thoughts, any ideas, any insights that you would both like to share, or things that resonate or don't, please feel free to share right now.
Okay, ladies first, you want, or?
I love it.
Well, I don't have the book yet. It will be there Wednesday. And I have been in a book club before, but then we would talk about the whole book at once. So I don't know. I haven't seen the inside of this book, but is it like the is it logical to do some chapters each time or one chapter at a time?
Yeah, I think it builds on each other. This is kind of my perspective of reading the book so far. And I also think that by doing the depth of the scenario, we can also then allow it to process. So uh, the way that, and again, this is my perspective, doesn't mean it's the correct perspective. The way that I read books is I read them and then apply, read and then apply. So I actually read multiple books at a time. And
Yeah.
because I get kind of my thought process is, oh my goodness, I have to get this done. I have to apply this to my life. And then I put it on the side, I put a bookmark in it, and then I go do it, and they're like, oh, right now I feel like reading the rest of this one, and then I start doing that. So it's again, it's kind of like I like that variety, I like that adventure in my life. This is very much part of my ethos. Again, but then, for me doing my perspective again, for me doing a couple chapters, I allow it to process, I allow it to really go through. And then by having that open dialogue, we then by that dialogue, we get to like really embody the experience versus the whole book, because sometimes the whole book, at least again, for me, I don't remember it all. But if I do it in chunks, and which by the way, he talks about in this book, Daniel Coyle, he talks about chunking, which also is something that Tony really believes in as well. So it's a great application instead of like eating a full elephant, you eat it by chunks. So my suggestions.
So how many chapters are there?
6, I believe. So
I
it would
think
take
there
us a
must be
month.
more.
I'll double check right now.
Let me check. I just got it yesterday. I bought a used copy. I see it's 10 chapters. It's 3 parts divided in 10 chapters here.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yes.
for me, as a maybe if I can add, for me, it's my first book club. But for me, it would be okay to do it in chapters because my experience is when I read books like this, it's like I'm reading this, I read a chapter or some pages, and then it's like, oh, I have this idea, I have this idea. I want to write down some thoughts coming to my mind, and then need to have a break because I have to think about and maybe can I adapt it in my life, in my work. So for me, it would be okay to do it in chapters because I know when I read the whole book, it would be also like you said, I would forget something, and I'm also a writer. I write and putting some marks there. So for me, it would be fine to do it like this. And yeah,
Yes. Okay. Yes. I think it's good because
And
if it's really a book, you have to let it sink in and sort out for yourself how you can apply it in your life. Then it makes sense to do it chapter by chapter.
I think that having the goal of having a book done every month or like one book a month would be really optimal for us. So like even if we don't need to do one chapter a week, we could do a couple chapters in one week and then 3 chapters in the following, just to kind of get it done. At least have the goal of finalizing a book a month, and then we can keep going. You know, this could be the beginning of a really beautiful book discovery, and then a learning discovery, because then we can just keep the process going, keep learning about new books, having different suggestions, learning together, and it could become a thing.
It
yes, it
would be
sounds good
nice.
to me. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's a good idea. Yeah.
sweet. I love it because then eventually we'll attract more people, and people will start to continue to show up. Consistency is everything. So and
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the kings of consistency. So
For sure.
uh um
So there were a lot more people enthusiastic. So maybe next time they'll join.
yeah, and giving the just putting all of the applications. I'll share these notes as well, kind of, and what our kind of uh structure will be, so people can have clarity, and then how we're going to officially start, and then this will give people a lot more clarity in terms of where we're headed and what we're going to do and how we're going to operate. And then as a result, it will give a little bit more preparation to those that maybe aren't here, and then they can walk back to call or whatever the case is. So um, I think this is really good.
Yes.
Yeah, I also
But
think
if you want
this is
to
a good
finish it
idea.
in not too much time, then you should chunk it up, not chapter by chapter, but 2 or maybe 3 at once.
Yeah.
But you have to, yeah, you have to see if the book and then which chapter makes sense to combine them. And sometimes it's a chapter that you really don't want to combine with another, also is possible.
Yeah, I think in this book, what I see here is like it's not just divided in chapters; it's also divided in 3 parts. Maybe it's good to read one part, then the second, and then the third part. Maybe
Great
like
idea.
this here, because it's here. It's part one, deep practice. Then this is divided in 4 chapters. Then it's part two, ignition, and then part three, master coaching. So and epilogue. So it's maybe a good idea to meet in 2 weeks again and then talk about the part one.
Great
So
idea.
maybe like oh, yeah.
I love this idea. Yeah, separated into 3 parts. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's in all books, but I think it's in this year it's like this. No, this is the
Yeah, no, it's like that. It's like that.
yeah. So
I
yeah.
just I just finished I just got into ignition right now. So
Ah, okay.
um I read it and listened to it. So it's interesting stuff, especially the deep practice part. The deep practice of spending time and being on the edge of everything. I mean, this is what we're applying literally as we're doing it right now. Deep practice.
Yes, it's really, really nice. For me, it will be also interesting because it's the first time I'm reading a book in like this in English. Normally, I read them in German, so it's more easy, of course, to get into the topics. And now in English, I'm really excited how it will be for me. Yeah.
Cool. So let's do this then. Basically in 2 weeks we'll start with the first part, and then after that we'll do the second part and the third, and we'll just reorganize after in 2 weeks. And I'll any other suggestions, Lenita or Patrick?
Well, maybe because you say in 2 weeks, because it's Date with Destiny from Friday, and then it's maybe 2.5 weeks, because you also need the time to read a little.
Yeah, but we're gonna meet every Sunday, so that's what I'm saying, 2 weeks,
Oh, yeah.
right? So even until even if people are at Date with Destiny, I think, whether they're at Date with Destiny or not,
Yes.
reading this is gonna be 4 chapters is not gonna be that hard.
Okay.
This is my perspective. And then yeah, and then we
Around
just
75 pages. Yeah, I think this is it's not so much.
How many
Yeah.
pages is it?
It's 74 pages. No,
Oh.
wait, not 74. It's like it's the start. 95 pages. Yeah, around 95.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it'll give us more. It'll give us, and plus, not everyone's gonna be at Date with Destiny, so cool. Awesome. Anything that you want to add, Patrick?
No, for me it's fine, totally fine. I'm excited. Thankfully to be here. It's really nice to join this community. And yeah, I'm excited. I will read, and yeah, I will see you lately in 2 weeks. I also will try to attend in the calls during the week, but for me, it's difficult mostly because of work. But I will also attend some calls during the week. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
this is
please
perfect.
do.
Yeah,
Please do. We have also the Lighthouse calls every day for sure. And
yeah.
we all keep showing up the way that we know best, and then a lot of other things are happening as well, so it's good. It's like the community is really building itself. It's amazing to observe and see how many people are choosing to lead different things, which is really, really nice. And a lot of wisdom is coming through different people. Elenita just recently joined one of our conscious development teams. So it's like a great retreat that we're doing in Brazil.
Wow, that's
Uh
nice.
yeah, and it's just a lot of youth coming from different places as well. So, things are gonna start building on top of themselves, and people are just showing up to serve wherever they can, and then as a result it becomes something greater, right? I think this is it, right? We show up with consistency, like I said, and then uh, this has been my philosophy in life: is if the way you do one thing is the way you do everything, and if consistency is the father of mastery, repetition is the mother of skill. As a result, we build what we believe in. So it's the way I see life.
Yes, that's so true. I can just say amen. This is true. You are what you do every day. Yeah, this is yeah, the topic about.
I'm very excited. I like talking about books with people, so I'm very excited to talk to you and other people about this book, and then hopefully a lot of other books.
Yes, I really would like to. I mean, I read a lot, so I'm constantly reading and constantly learning. However, it would be nice to, instead of me internalizing and applying it to everything that I do, to do it with a group of people. It will be a different way of operating, and then as a result, a group of us can actually take this knowledge and turn it into wisdom.
Yes, because if you discuss it, you have your own insights about the book, and then you can also learn from other people's insights. It's very valuable.
Right.
Yes, I also love to join this because I am used to read books about this, and then I have maybe one or two friends I can talk with, and but they don't know the book. I'm just like, oh, I have this I read about, and it's really great, and they're like, okay, sounds nice. But talk with people who know what I'm talking about. They say, oh, I read this and this, but I think it's like this. Maybe it's different from my perspective. So this is also something that's really, I'm looking forward to. Like you said, yeah, this is totally the same here.
And but what's the best about this type of work is that as a result, new ideas are formed. So
Yes.
that's my favorite because people start to discover that it's okay to have their own creative insight, and they almost discover their own permission to say, hey, I don't agree with this, but I love this part. I'm gonna apply this and then not this, and then all of a sudden people recognize, oh my goodness, I can actually start to have my own thoughts and my own beliefs and my own discoveries, and I can apply them in my own life. And so this is a beautiful way to apply the wisdom and become wise yourself.
Yes, this is true. Yeah, you're so right. Of course, yeah. This is awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. So it was a really good idea to create this book club here.
Cool. Love it. So, with that being said, I think we're good and clear. I will drop this link into, or the replay into the group. If either of you have anything to add to my notes or anything that I write down, please feel free. And this is a team effort, so I really appreciate you both for being here and taking the time out of your day. I know our time is very valuable, and so I'm really looking forward to continuing to grow together. And thank you so much. And Elenita, I look forward to chatting deeper tomorrow as well about the event. So thank you so much for your support.
You sent an invite,
Thank you
right?
too.
Because I didn't do it yet.
I sent the invite already. Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. I was a little busy yesterday, so.
Okay. No
But
problem.
yes, I'm thinking about that. Maybe I'll after I read the first few chapters, that to start the conversation next time, I will think about a few questions too, so everybody can answer them separately, and so the discussion, the learning from each other can begin like that. Some open questions.
You're a blessing.
I think about that.
I love it.
Yeah, that's also a good idea. Yeah, this is a good idea.
And the quality of our questions determine the quality of our lives. So
Yes.
beautiful insight, Elenita.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Amazing.
perfect. Thank you
So,
too for your
yes,
time,
and if I
Aaron.
don't see yet, of course, it's my pleasure, Patrick. Thank you so much. And if you guys are welcome to come on the Lighthouse call in 30 minutes as well. If not, I'll see you both soon.
Perfect. Have a nice day. Bye.